Hello world. Good morning, Filipinos. Welcome to our The Teacher Voice. This is an hour show that aims to give teachers the opportunity to talk on air about their unforgettable journey to really share their splendid wisdom to inspire and give hope to our listeners and viewers. This show airs by the Philippine Las Vegas radio station located in the heart of Las Vegas every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And in the Philippines, it's Sunday, 9 in the morning. I am Teacher Judy, your host, and my co-hosts for tonight are Teacher Pasita Ross from New York.
Hello.
And our dear Tita Josie Harrison from
Hello.
Las Vegas. Aha. But before we proceed, mga titas, sa ating show ngayong gabi, let's try to greet muna sa mga teachers natin, sa mga bata natin, mga students natin. So, Tita Paset, baka mayroon kayong i-greet ngayon.
Alright. Magandang umaga sa Pilipinas, magandang gabi or tanghali, everywhere. Kung saan nakakarating ang aming Teacher Voice show. Magbibigay ako ng special shout out sa aking mga kababayan sa Masbate and to the teachers sa lahat ng dako, wherever you are, hang in there and just do the best you can because I know you are very good and excellent.
True. Tita Josie?
Hi. Magandang umaga sa Pilipinas at magandang hapon sa atin dito sa Las Vegas, sa New York. You are 3 hours ahead of me right now, I think. Oh, no, yes. Kaya, hello to everyone. Marami pong salamat sa pag-follow nyo sa amin at sana naman ang aming misyon dito sa Teacher Voice is really doing its purpose to be on radio. Thank you.
True. Ang purpose natin that we will interview some teachers, Tita, and then yung mga stories nila maka-inspire din sa mga teachers, fellow teachers. Maybe we don't have that many viewers, but you know, these stories can help us improve our personality, our way sa mga methodologies, pedagogies natin sa ating mga pag-teach. And dyan sa Negros Occidental, Bacolod City, I am giving these greetings to you. I know naka-lockdown tayo dyan ngayon. Ang Visayas, Western man or saan dyan na Visayas, ngayon lockdown doon, Tita. At saka sa Manila. Yeah. So, our prayers with you guys. Right. And you are in our hearts. We are always remembering you in our prayers.
Yeah,
okay?
That's true.
Yes. And tonight, mayroon tayong guest, very special to me, very close to me. And we're going to introduce him tonight. And Tita Josie, I think, mag-una.
Okay, I will read my portion here and I hope my chihuahua will not bother me right now because he was just operated and he's been barking the whole day. Anyways, good evening, everyone. We have a special guest for tonight and we are so proud to read his bio for you all. Okay, I don't need my glasses. He was born and raised in Cadiz City, Negros Occidental. He finished his bachelor's degree in secondary education at University of Negros Occidental, Recoletos, Bacolod City. His highest education attainment was his degree, was his Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Management at Philippine Normal University, Visayas. He was an experienced science teacher from the Philippines. He has taught high school students over the past 19 years at Kaduhaan National High School Division of Cadiz City.
And may I continue? As he continues to challenge himself in a wider range of opportunities and keys to success, he got a chance to teach ESL, or the English as a Secondary Language, to international students through an online modality. Some of his achievements are: he was awarded the most effective secondary school teacher for Maine High School category in 2009. He was one of the 2018 regional trainers in science during the PRIMALS, which means pedagogical retooling in math, languages, and science, a training of selected science teachers in Region 6, Iloilo City. Currently, he is the president of Cadiz Association of Science Teachers, Division of Cadiz City.
He believes that the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. Simply means that in order to build genuine relationship with his students, he must have a longer patience. His commitment must be stronger, and his passion to teach must be forever. Oh, I love this. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Dr. Eugene Jan V. Damasco. Welcome, Eugene. Dr. Eugene, how are you there?
Hello,
Eugene?
hello, hello. Good day to the three of you.
Yes, I know
And to all the people around the universe, especially to your avid listeners and viewers. Good evening there in the US and good morning here in the Philippines. It's a great pleasure to be here in your prestigious show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Doc, I know you woke up very early purposely for this and you prepared this, right? So thank you very much. Before we will go on, I will say we three of us, in behalf of these two young ladies, we want to say thank you to you. Okay, thank you. And
it's a pleasure.
We want to give you time also to greet your friends in there and people around the world.
Yes, first and foremost, hello and good day to everybody, especially here, my family, Damasco family, and my wife and my parents, Efren and Edna, my wife Leia, and also my family and friends, my brother Edfren Piwi, and my sister Chiki, who is always listening to your show, and also my colleagues and family in Caduaan National High School, Division of Cadiz City.
Very good.
Isn't that beautiful? You have to greet your friends and the families, but Eugene actually greeted first his family. So, and especially Leia, the wife. Okay. I know her too. Okay. So Eugene, Doc, I am very comfortable to address him Eugene, you know.
Yes.
He doesn't mind anyway. He doesn't even want me to say doctor. You know? He said, Mom Jude, yes, Eugene. That's great. And here, we will grill you with different questions, but these questions will help inspire our teachers. So you will tell us also about your journey as a teacher. And the first one in here that struck me in your bio note is you are a teacher in science, correct?
Yes.
And you are teaching in a foreign students. How could that be? Can you tell us about this journey of yours? And who are these students? Where are they from? Okay, and tell us about your experience teaching these people who don't know how to speak English. It could be very hard, but with your techniques in teaching, help us to learn this.
Yes. So, Mom Judy and Tita Paset and Tita Josie, I've been hired as a public school teacher here in the Philippines. I started as a volunteer teacher. And also, I was hired as a local school board teacher, wherein my salary at that time is 2,500 per month. Yes, that's very true. Yes, and luckily enough that I was promoted as teacher one item.
Yeah.
At that time,
Yeah.
what is your age that time?
I am 20 years old.
Oh, you were 20 that time.
Okay.
Oh, you are still young
Yes.
that time. So.
And as as I have shared to you, I'm about 19 years in the service
Yes.
as a public school teacher in Kaduaan National High School, teaching science subject, and the rest. I am also a teacher. I have experience being a teacher as a hybrid teacher in a senior high school students, teaching social sciences.
Okay.
Yes, and then I was really exploring myself to become another part of myself, wherein I tend to apply as an ESL teacher, where these students that I will be handling are foreign students. They are kids, teens, and adult learners.
Where are
Yes.
they from?
They are usually most of them coming from China, and the rest were Vietnamese, Koreans, Japanese, and Thailand.
So what are their level of the
English.
skills? Yeah, in speaking English. 0?
Yes, yes, really zero. Wherein they doesn't know how to say the word. They doesn't even identify what is that word. So all we need to do is that we've been trained as an ESL teacher to uplift their interest while learning English in a simple and basic way. Yes, you have to teach them the basic one, wherein they have to listen very well and then look at the teacher. That's how it is. So, and then providing them with realias and other teaching materials that could engage them into learning, could motivate them into
Wow.
learning.
Very good.
I have a question. You
Yes,
know,
Tita.
your are you working with a private organization?
Yes, Tita Paset. So I am blessed to have two two source of income. Uh, the first one, of course, is rendering my service in a government, and the second one, while I'm just doing nothing every night, I
Yeah.
tend to apply as a part-time online
Yeah.
teacher.
Yeah.
When did you start? When did you start
Uh,
ESL classes?
I applied last 2019.
Oh, okay. So about 2 years now.
Yes, about 2 years now.
Oh.
I'm sure it's giving you a little bit more security financially, no?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
That's very good. That's very good. Mhm.
But how about the schedule? Like in China, then Philippines. How many hours difference?
We have the same time zone,
Oh,
Ma'am
that's
Judy.
great.
That is an advantage also for those teachers who are willing to apply for an online job. Most of the companies coming from China, where we have the same time zone, so that's why it's not difficult for us to adjust on time.
Oh, okay. Do you think there are so many teachers there in the Philippines teaching
Yes, sir.
ESL?
Right.
Yes, we have plenty of teachers. In fact, other teachers are supervisors. Yes, there are other professions like flight stewardess, doctors, and even attorneys. Yes, lawyers.
Wow.
Yes, as long as they
Wow.
have free time, because the time in ESL online teaching is flexible depending on that company that you are being hired.
Oh,
Yes.
Tita Josie, pwede na tayong maka-apply.
You know what? My experience is, a few times kasi every summer, not every, many summers, I would go to visit the Philippines. And then, ang flight ko is from New York, tapos ang layover is Korea. Pagdating ng flight na ng Korea to the Philippines, alam mo, makasakay ko, mga Koreano. And tinanong ko sila, oh, we are students and we're studying English sa Pilipinas. That was before the pandemic.
Yes,
So,
that's true.
Doon sila pumupunta to learn English.
Yeah, wow.
Yes. The most
Tita Josie, we cannot hear you, Tita Josie. We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you, Tita. Na-pause mo. Na-mute.
Okay. You know, I have a question as a follow-up to Judelin's and Basit's question to you. In teaching the different international students, is there a requirement for teachers like you to maybe visit the places and learn how they are? I mean, is that a privilege, or is it a requirement for teachers to do that?
There were some titas, there were some companies that hires native speakers, but in our company, we try to prioritize Filipino teachers to non-native English speakers that can teach English to younger and teens and older learners. Yes. So, and also, yes, and also before getting into the job, into the part-time job, you must have to pass the levels or process of hiring. Yes, that's true. It's not very easy.
Yes.
It's a rigorous application process bago ka matanggap as an ESL.
Yes. Yes, tita.
And now in speaking the English, I mean, with all due respect to their accent, we do have accents too. Are you really requiring for them to really pronounce the word the way it should be, or just the meaning? And have an idea what to say? You know what I'm saying? Like if you like with Chinese, I mean, I can just imagine how hard it is for them to pronounce a certain English word.
Yes, tita. At first, my experience was quite very intimidating because we are used to speak in front of Filipino learners. Filipino learners are very, very good, actually. Once you have a very concrete strategy, they can manage to learn. So while other countries like Chinese, they have to adapt first the English language before getting into more deeper learning. Yes. So we do use TPR, or total physical response, wherein you use your body as your sign language, like, oh, we're going to go to the next page. Let's go and swim to the next page. So you have to stress that one. And then you always have to say to your students, especially zero level learners, to listen to me and then look at me. That's it.
Tita Josie, pwede tayo siguro magpa-train dito before we mag-teach.
The importance of gestures and realias and rewards are very or highly encouraged, Mom.
You know, I want to share with you something that I, kind of thought of from different foreign people, how they speak their language or their words. I can imagine with Chinese compared to a Japanese, maybe a Japanese will be easier for them because they read words by syllable like we do. While the Chinese, I think it is more of and Vietnamese and Thailand, they are more on the intonation of their words. So I can say, maybe if there will be a contest, the Japanese will win.
But make sure that you are very good in terms of sign and gestures. Like you will say to your student, oh, look at me, okay, and then I will say the word, and then you follow. So like the word, yes, like the word, boy. Say it, boy. That's it, and then. You will trying to provide a picture so that learner could understand what you are saying.
That's great. That is a very good improvisation from the part of the teachers then, huh? Because I can tell now, if you're my teacher, I will learn fast.
Wow.
Yes, yes. Tita Josie, I will tell you something, Tita Josie. My first teaching job in here is ESL at the Zone. You remember
Yeah,
Zone, right? The one that we interviewed.
right.
That was the one who interviewed me, and I passed now. So, I am not an ESL teacher, as you know. Pero tita, pero, tita, mga Espanyol ito, ang mga most dito. Dahil mga Espanyoles. Tita, una pang aksyon mo. Una ang aksyon.
Right.
Then the words You see, the more you do some actions, the more they learn, tita. Like I will say, what is this? So they will say, boxing. They will say, hit. You see? So they are encouraged to speak what they learned. But anyway, that is just right. Eugene, you are very master on this now.
Yes, and also, Mom Judy, we tend to learn also their language, like Wan Shang Hao. In Chinese, Wan Shang Hao. So I don't even know that at first. My student teach me also.
What is the Wan Shang Hao? What is that? What is it?
Good evening.
Oh, Tita Josie, Wan Shang Hao.
Yeah.
Okay, Tita Pasit. I think Tita Pasit has a question.
Oh, I have a question. Oh, by the way, Eugene, this is not my question. Here in New York, ang karamihan dito ng mga ESL teachers, you know what?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, anyway, my question is, you have all your life as a teacher been teaching science, correct?
Yes.
Noong panahon na ikaw ay nag-aaral, to this time na ikaw ay teacher, that's quite a few years in between, ano? What is new in science teaching ngayong panahon na ito, especially with the emphasis on STEM, science, technical, yeah.
Technology and engineering.
Yeah. So what is different and what is new? Hindi kasi ako nagturo ng science eh.
Before, during face-to-face, it's really, really easy for us to use several techniques. While during this pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, it's very, very challenging. You know what? We have to use several modalities just to send and transmit learning towards our students. In science, technology, and engineering, we make sure that the provided activities for the students has something to do with the exposure to real life scenario, wherein they don't only learn from the books, but also they try to apply it to their lives. So the activities and the teacher's strategies were uplift to a higher standard this time. So the use of online modality is highly encouraged because teaching through this is what you call as modular learning is not that very effective, as we have to be frankly honest with it. So that's why we are being challenged as a science teacher to provide education which are meaningful to our learners as of this COVID-19 pandemic.
Science, all the while, is a hands-on subject, di ba?
Yes, yes.
Ano ang mga problema ngayon ng, I know the curriculum coming from the DepEd is ideal, you know, the children will go through this and that, mga hands-on activities talaga, no?
Yes.
But I know there are a lot of challenges kasi nga, first of all, budget na naman sila. So ano ang mga challenges ninyo, ng iyong classes, science classes mo, sa iyong school and in other schools sa Pilipinas?
As to what I have said, lack of these materials for the students to handle in an actual learning setup. So they are there in their houses, in their homes. You teacher will have to think of a very concrete teaching strategy for them to show their performances in order for you as teacher knows that your students really understood the concept of that particular topic that you are showing to them. So that is also a problem to not only in our school, but also the rest of the schools here in the Philippines.
No, I'm talking about yung normal times, pre-pandemic times, not the pandemic times. I know there is a lot of challenge kasi nga ano, no? Ang talaga, naging problema ng does the public school system now have available materials like ano, kahit na mini laboratories lang, or is it up to the teachers to be creative and secure all the materials na pwede lang gamitin for hands-on activities ng mga estudyante?
Yes, that's also a problem. So before, during face-to-face, what we are talking, Tita, is that we do certain problems like lack of materials like laboratory apparatuses.
Correct.
So we do lack of.
Okay. And then, Tita, while we are waiting for Eugene to get connected, Eugene is here now. Oh. Eugene, you have something to say about the question of Tita.
He's not
yes. Sorry. Okay. So as what Tita Paset have said, during face-to-face, it's a challenge that we lack here in the government system. The school lacks laboratory apparatuses, even laboratory rooms for science and technology. That's we cannot deny the fact that we need to search for some sponsors and donors just to continue with this kind of program. And also, as you, Tita Pasets, have mentioned, that teacher must be resourceful enough to provide a learning process effectively. As a science teacher, we need to become this resourceful and have a wider range of knowledge in order for the students to learn better and very, very, effective in the sense that they can manage themselves once they are out of the system or they graduated from it.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Anyway, we're talking about this modality. I know you have the modular, right? And then the students will pick up the materials from you guys. Ang question ko dito is this: how much the validity of the performance of the students, and how do you monitor? Because you don't see the students when they answer the questions. It could be ang nanay nila na si Josie Harrison yung ang mag-answer ng mga paano nyo ma-secure na valid ang kanilang performance?
Yes, that's very observable, Ma'am Judeline. So that's one of the problem right now in this modality, which is the modular modality. Yes, that's a very big problem. But as to the system of the government, it's actually very and the fastest way to encourage learners to continue learning, although it's a pandemic time. So that is also true that once the guardian or the parents receive, because they are the one to go and accept or receive the modules or the from the school, they will be the one to go and have it to their homes for their children to answer that. There were certain activities written there, and we are really not that very accepting on the part of the teacher. We cannot deny that other people like brothers, mothers, and other people that could answer the module. Yes, that is not that valid. So that's why we've been thinking of several times of certain techniques to assess the validity and reliability of that modular learning.
Let me just ask you, how does a student who receives a module, so he has or she has to do the module in a certain given amount of time. Now,
Yes.
how does or when do they hand it to whom? To the teacher themselves? Do they go to school to give the module, the finished module to the teacher? How is that?
The process is that the guardian and parents will be the one coming to the school and get the module for its distribution. And after which they have given an allotted time of 1 week to answer the different modules coming from different subjects. You know what is very hard for the students to imagining 8 subjects per week to answer the modules for each students, and then they managed to answer it only for 1 week, and after that answering all the answer sheets of that said module will be sent back to the school for the teacher to check their outputs. And it's very hard also for the teacher this time because you will be the one to check individually the papers.
Okay.
Yes.
And so how do they give the feedback to the student as to how well they did the work? How do you give the feedback sa mga bata?
Most likely, we are also encouraged to go some home visitation as long as the place is safe enough. There were no cases of COVID-19. That's one. Also through online, wherein we try to inform our students, our parents to continue and to answer the said summative tests. What are certain details or what are certain factors that is difficult for them to manage while answering said module. So we trying to reach out them.
What happens now if my module, I submitted it to the teacher, my module didn't pass? What happens?
So as of now, I think there is no such thing as didn't pass as long as you have submitted the answer sheet.
That was a good answer.
Yeah. Did I do it very well? No?
Yes, of course. The teacher will going to scan and check the work of the students, and he or she will have to check it according to the rubric scale.
Of course.
Yes, that we have prepared to on doing the said module or activities on the module. So that's it. That's actually our standard in checking it. So once the students doesn't answer it well, so probably it's given a low score, but no failing grade as of this time.
Okay, that's fair. Kasi walang...
No failing, Tita Josie, even in mathematics.
I will fail math.
That's very...
I want to ask a question. If you have, let's just say you have 6 students, and let's say they all pass. Was there ever a chance or an incident whereby you were able to meet them personally? Or how was it accepted? Were they given certificates?
For those who pass, of course, they are informed that they are passed on the said activity. And they are being assessed on the performance, not only the written work, but also the provided performance tasks to the students. Because as of now, during this pandemic, we have two system to how to grade or assess your student. The first one is the written task, and the second one is the performance task. So while doing the activity, they can manage to work on online or record it using their cell phones and then submit it through online, through Messenger or through email. So,
yung walang capability, walang phone si nanay o si tatay, paano yun?
there is no such thing as a barrier on this, as long as they could submit the module. You teacher will have that feeling that in your case, what will happen to you? So probably you will give the students not that low enough. You have to give students a passing rate. Though, yes,
Okay.
that's it.
I have a question. Ano ang masasabi mo sa mga parents ngayon, sa mga estudyante, tungkol dito sa pinag-usapan natin na mga modular na ito? At sabi ninyo, walang failure ngayon, di ba? Walang failure. Ano ang ma-advise mo sa students at saka mga parents na talagang may quality pa rin ang learning ng mga students? What can you tell them?
Oh, the parents right now are considered as, of course, previously the parents are considered as the primary teachers, and we cannot deny the fact that it is really exercised on this pandemic time. They were claiming, they were trying to think of problems. Oh, how to answer this? I don't know how to answer math. I don't know how to read this English, especially if those students were raised by grandparents. Those students were raised by grandparents. So no read, no write. Grandparents, oh, that's really a very challenging part on the students. That's why some of them trying to ask assistance from their classmates. So that's the problem now, because one answer is answered by only one student and they trying to copy the answers of the rest.
Yun, that's the sad part about
Yes.
That's smart of them, huh?
ang mga bata kasi the children who are suffering from this.
Yes.
Maybe they just call each other. Anong answer mo dyan sa number 4, no?
Yes, that's it, Ma'am Judy.
Wow. Tapos walang fail ngayon sa system.
Yes.
No, Eugene, how many students do you have in one enrollment? How many can you teach?
In one section.
One section.
In one section, yeah.
Okay, you've been talking of one section. I handle for one section 40 to 45 students.
Wow.
Noon sa akin 50 pa nga, tita.
Yes,
tita
that was previously. Yes, that's true, Ma'am Judy.
Amazing.
Before, before it was year 2000 to 2005. The students inside the classroom reaches for about 60 to 70 students per classroom.
Oh my God!
It's a great help of the creation of the extension high schools right now. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
Ang ating education sa Philippines, ang laki ng problema.
Yeah, my goodness. More power to you, Eugene.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Tita Josie.
Yeah, because I know for a fact, I don't know, Pasit and Judeline can correct me. I know here in the United States, the most we can have is what? 20 or 25?
5.
30.
Yeah. Yeah. 50 is my goodness.
No. That could not be in here, right? Okay, pero I have a question. We can see the passion from Eugene.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? Oo. Tapos, actually, ang Cadiz is away from Bacolod City. That is like 2 hours. So,
2 hours.
parang remote siya, pero city siya. Okay? It's not a parang remote. City siya ng isang town. Town siya, pero city. Now, ang question ko, dahil in Eugene, I read in your bio note, we even mentioned that a while ago that you said, in order for you to build genuine relationship with students, you need patience that is longer. And your commitment must be stronger. And your passion to teach must be forever. This is so cool. Can you explain this to me? What made you have this kind of commitment in education?
At first, Ma'am Judy, I was really happy. I am really happy that I was trained by and raised by my parents. We are actually influenced by my mom. Yes,
Good.
she's a teacher,
Ah,
and I saw her dedication and passion during that time. So that's the key to success, wherein you have to go on a ladder step by step. It doesn't mean that you only have to provide teaching to your students. Make sure that your teaching is really instructing the mind of that student and the heart especially.
All right.
Once you express and motivate them, you really becomes a successful type or kind of a teacher. So passion plus determination, hard work equals success. So it's not just in a blink of an eye we do reach our goal in life. So that's it.
That's
do you
nice.
think ang patience na character
A patient's character is very important on the
sa
teacher.
isang teacher? Okay.
Yes. You know what? You are handling different types of attitudes inside the classroom, students with individual capabilities, skills, and you have to tend to discover those in each of the students that you had. So sad to say that this pandemic, we have no chance of knowing each of our students inside the classroom because they are out of the school. Yes, they are at their homes. So sometimes I provided an online classes. So I have to be patient in getting each of the students. But sad to say that there were still students who doesn't accept the reality to help themselves to learn. So that's very observable on the part of the system right now. Being patient is very good, wherein you provide yourself with that kind of attitude to influence also other colleagues, other teachers, in the sense that they don't need to be hurry. Yes, they don't need to be hurry because as an education is a ladderized system, they don't need to jump to another step. They have to start from the very, very beginning process.
It's a process, correct. So if you are not a patient kind of teacher, huwag ka na lang magturo.
Correct.
Dahil you will ruin the life of the children. The way you talk to them, you are a sarcastic teacher, don't go for education. Never.
Yes.
Right. No, I had an experience teacher ko sang second year ako mathematics. I'm not good in mathematics. Until now it is still in my head that when she asked me, she insulted me, the Tita Josie. She insulted me. Until now, I can still see her face right now. Kung akong estudyante before na ganito na ako si Judilyn na I can fight right now, hindi siya makaano sa akin. Kay I will go to the Department of Ed and I will report her. Because until now, tita, siguro yan nagkabubo sa akin. Bubo ako sa mathematics. It's not that bubo because I know how to count money, tita. Right? Pero parang na-ruin ang aking interest sa mathematics.
Mathematics, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, teachers can make or break a student. Anyway, here is my observation. Itong ating the last how many 3, 4, 5 interviewees natin, there is one common thread about them. I would use our last interviewee's term. Sabi niya, teaching is a heart work. And Eugene, you also mentioned that. And then the others who have come before you dito sa show were talking about, acceptance of the child and then being patient with that student and then knowing them. And then before you even teach the concept, kailangan kilalanin mo muna sila para lalo mo silang ma-reach, to reach out to them, to reach them, to know them. And I am very hopeful sa ating future if we have your kind and those kinds of teachers that we have had here. I think things will be okay for our students sa Pilipinas. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Eugene. Yes.
Thank you
And
so much, Tita.
I remember Ram, when si
Yeah.
Ram, yung friend natin dito, sabi niya, here in America right now, it is not the concern of this right now. It's the concern of here. During the pandemic, you have to just encourage the students right now in here, but not here, in order for them to continue learning. Tita Josie, your last word?
Well, let me just ask this one particular question from Eugene, though. In the Philippines, do you get orientation, like if you're ready to, let's say you're ready to come here to teach here, or even there if you're ready to teach, do you have like an orientation as to what topic we are discussing right now, really identifying the best way of teaching is to be more connected with your student?
Yes, that's it. That's true, Tita Josie. So I think a teacher is a noble profession, and that's a very good way to influence people around the world. That's
Right.
it.
Right. Yeah, that's
Okay,
good. That's
thank
good.
you.
Well, more power to you. Thank you very much. You are a
Right,
very
we have-
delightful person.
Thank you,
Wow.
thank you. Yes, Tita Josie, thank you. And we are going to have, we got 10 minutes left. So what we should do is to share our quotes. Tita,
What's thoughts? Yeah.
your
wisdom.
thought.
Yeah.
Okay. The wisdom.
The wisdom of
Okay.
other people. Mhm.
Okay, we will share now. Tita Josie, you have?
Okay.
Eugenia, ikaw din.
If you
Okay.
are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you.
Correct. Correct.
Amen, amen. Wow, I love that.
Very
Woo.
good. Very,
Yes.
very good. Mhm.
How about Teacher Paset?
Yes. Okay. Now, I think the quote that I'm going to share with you tonight is very similar to what Eugene had just said to us. It's about patience, patience, patience. The seed that you plant now, you don't expect it to grow right away, no? Okay, so this is from a very famous inventor, Thomas Alva Edison. We know him. And he said this one: our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always try just one more time.
Wow.
So it's
Absolutely.
Wow.
Kaganda, no? Kaganda yan. Okay.
Good.
And then, Eugene, before you will give your wisdom, can you have a short message to our listeners, to the parents, to the students, to
Yeah.
the teachers?
And of course, to all the teachers, fellow teachers, to all the parents, to all the people around the world, bear in mind that the teaching learning process does not occur mainly in the four walls of the classroom.
Mhm.
Now that the COVID-19 pandemic is barely affecting the educational process, we must secure this generation of young minds
Correct.
and innovative learning.
Yes.
Challenging, as they say, but at the end of the day, our extraordinary actions as teachers impresses the mind and kindles the heart of the incapacitated learners.
Wow.
Good.
Yes. So, Eugene, you can give us your wisdom. Do you have your quotes? That was it now? That was it?
Yes, that's
Okay.
it.
True. Okay. That was a real wisdom. Okay. So here, I got this from our interviewee last week. Okay. That was Raul Ballesteros. Okay. He said, to be kind is more important than to be right. Many times, what people need is not a brilliant mind that speaks, but a special heart that listens.
Perfect.
Isn't that beautiful? Right.
Yes.
Correct.
Perfect.
Love it.
Perfect. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So we don't need much of this. But if we have this and we can listen to people, we are helping them.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Exactly.
So guys, thank you very much, Dr. Eugene. Thank you for the invitation that you say yes, big yes. And
Pinaunlakan mo ang aming invitasyon.
Pinaalok-anlokan mo ang aming invitation. Tita Josie, ang tita po.
Huwag ka na magtagalog kasi. Bisaya na lang gani.
Salamat. Napasalamat gid ako
Yeah.
nga imo gid ginbaton paanlok ginbaton ang amon nga invitation. I am very happy that you accepted the invitation. Kung sa Tagalog, listen kayo. Kung sa Tagalog, ito. Salamat na pinaanlukan mo ang aming invitation.
Tama.
Pinaanlukan mo ang aming invitation. Salamat sa inyo lahat. Dr. Eugene, Tita Pasit, and Tita Josie. We had a very good interview today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Can I say can I say my words of gratitude?
Yes.
I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the people behind the teacher voice. Of course, to you, Ma'am Judeline Cañete, the very humble, powerful, knowledgeable, and kind woman in the whole world, aside from my mom and my wife. Yes.
Yes.
And also to Tita Josie and Tita Pasita Rose, to whom I can feel your kindness, love, and versatility in life.
Yeah.
In Ilonggo, madamo gid nga salamat sa inyo.
Oh, Bisaya yan ha.
Yes. Hope you will continue to inspire more people. Madamo pa kamo may mabuligan nga mga teachers around the world.
Right.
God bless us all.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
And
Tita
good luck
Josie,
to you.
salamat.
Bye-bye.
Tita salamat.
Bye-bye.
Yung
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.